Okay, so even if you have reached till this point, you have learned a lot, but there are few more elements which are needed to be learned. Now, if we visit websites like Netflix or Amazon or YouTube.com, you will be able to see that text is not the only thing, right? Now, these websites also have something like as images. Like in Netflix, we have this images, we have videos, right? Now, in YouTube also, we are basically having this text, videos, right? And all of this. Now, if we clearly look into this, we'll be finding out that websites are mostly using text, videos, images, or a button. So in the next section, what we'll be covering about images and videos. So let us deep dive. For this, what I'll be doing, I'll be basically expanding my HTML and CSS files. Now let us see how you can basically integrate an image with our HTML. So for this, what you'll be using the image tag. Now in this image tag, you'll be getting two attributes, which are src and alt. Now this src refers to the source destination or the image which you want to show. Now over here, we are basically having an image which is a fog image. So let us select this one. We can simply say fog image. Now here is alt. Now alt is basically an alternative text. Let us suppose there is an error in loading out the image. Then we sometime as a developer want to show users some text like this was a fog image, or like the image wasn't able to be loaded out, something like that. So we can say fog image. Okay. Now let us refresh and let us see this, go live. So we can see this, right? Now this image is huge, right? So that's why it is occupying the entire screen. Now let us resize it. So how can we resize it? We can come back and let us give it more attributes. Like we can give it a height, and we can give it a height something like 300. Let us save it. Now let us check back. If we come back, we'll be able to see this image, and now it is much smaller, right? Now, if you clearly look into the things, we have only mentioned the height. Now, width is automatically been, assigned, right? According to the image dimensions. However, we can also modify the width by saying width, and then we can give it a value of maybe 500. Let us save it and let us check up what is happening over here. Now we can see the image is now much wider. So this is how you basically, integrate our image into your HTML file. Now in the next section, let us understand how we can also integrate a video. For this, we'll be using the video tag. Now over here, we also have src, which is basically the source. So I am having a video over here, which is this video, which is of a bee. Now we can simply use this image, or we can say the video, by invoking this. Now after this, let us save this. Let us see what is happening over here. So we are having this video, right? But we cannot play it because we are not having the controls. So let us bring back the controls. How do we bring the controls? Minimize it, come over here. Now after this, we can simply say controls. Now this controls is basically a boolean. So if you mention the controls, it will automatically understand that we want the controls. Okay. Now let us save it. Come back. Now we can see that now we are having the controls to play, mute, or increase sound and decrease sound of this video. Like we can play this video now, right? And we are able to see this video. Now let us try to resize this video. Come back. Now what we can do, we can resize this video by saying something like as width, and then we can assign a width of maybe 500. Let us save it. And if we come back, now this is having a width of 500, right? Now what we can do few more things. Like, we can make this video autoplay. So we can say something like autoplay. Now what it will do, it will automatically play the video even if someone doesn't press on this button. Okay. So the video will automatically play. Now the next thing, what we can do is we can loop this video out. So we can come back. Now let us come after this and say something like loop, and let us refresh. If we refresh, we'll be able to see that even after coming to this point, this video is automatically starting again, right? Now, there are various ways how you can basically use all of this. Now, there are few more things Like we can also mute the video by default by saying muted. Let us save it. Now, if you come back, you'll be seeing that this video is by default muted, right? So if someone come over here and he want to, hear the sound, you have to press on this button and then he can increase or decrease the sound. Okay. Okay. Now, there are few more things which we can learn. Like if you come over here, you'll be finding out that this video is having an opening tag and we are having different attributes in this, this video tag. Now, it also has a closing tag. Okay, so there might be a purpose why we are having the closing video tag. So the reason is that we can assign sources. Let us suppose, a browser only supports a MP4 playback, but it doesn't support different other playbacks. Then what we can do, we can have different video files, or we can say the same video file with different formats, and we can link all of that. So we can simply come over here and we can say source, and in this source, we can say src, and we can say MP4. Similarly, we can have more sources, like, we can have something like source, we can say src, and then we can have something like p dot, MPV4 or any other format. Okay, so it is completely upon you, but you can have more. Now, what it will do is we can now remove this source from here. Now, what it will do is it will, find the sources from here. It will keep on searching till it finds a video which is supported. And if we mention suppose 2 or 3 video formats and still it is not supported, we can have a text at the end, like we can say this browser doesn't support video playback, something like that. Now, what will happen? It will find, firstly, see this source. Let us suppose it doesn't work, then it will try to see this source. Let us suppose even this doesn't work, then this text will be automatically printed, which will say that this browser doesn't support video playback. So the user can know that this browser is not having the, the power to basically play videos. Let us save this. Now, because we have this video and our browser supports this MP4 playback, we are able to see this, this video in the background, right? Now, let us move on and let us see the remaining things. Okay. So the remaining thing is that, we can also do a few more things. Now, the things are that we can have an audio playback. Okay. So let us do an audio playback, something like this. Now, we have to define a source. Let us say something like this source. Let us refresh. And if you come back, okay, so we are not seeing anything because we are not having the controls. Let us bring this down for a second, okay? So we can see these things clearly. Perfect. Now, let us give it a controls. So we can say controls. Let us refresh. Okay, now we are having this music over here with a control and we can play this music, right? Now, there are a few more things like, the videos. What we can do is we can also have autoplay, and if we refresh, the audio will automatically play. We then have muted to mute the audio. Then we have loop to loop this audio. Okay, so we are having the same functionalities as we had for, for the videos, right? Now, we can also hide this by removing the controls and just keeping the autoplay. And let us suppose we remove the muted one, then the audio will automatically be in the background, right? So let us bring this muted back again. Okay, now there are a few more things. Like sometimes you also want to embed, YouTube videos. How do you do it? You can simply come to, youtube.com, search for, like you can search for any video. I'm searching for my channel over here. Then what I can do, I can open my channel. And then what I can do, I can come over here, click on this, this 3 dots, click on the share button, come down. You will be finding out this embedded. Simply come down and, you'll be having these things over here. So let me, open this. Now, what you have to do, you have to simply copy this iframe, tag text, come back. And then what you can do, you can basically paste it over here, refresh this. And then if you come back, you'll be able to see this video embedded over here. So this is all about, images, videos. We have also learned how to embed YouTube videos or different, videos which basically support embedded code. With this, we have also seen how we can basically integrate audio playbacks. Now, in the next section, we'll be learning how to create different buttons.